Okay, 10 questions and answer in English about how to gain 3 kilograms of muscle. And what is the first step to gaining 3 kilograms of muscle? The first step is to create a workout plan that includes strength training and a proper nutrition strategy. Strategy. Mm. To how important is that when trying to gain muscle, that is crucial. Without enough protein, healthy carbs, and calories, your body cannot build muscle effectively. How much protein should I eat daily to build muscle? You should aim for about 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Is lifting heavy weights necessary to gain muscle? Yes, progressive overload, gradually increasing the weight of or intensity, is key to muscle growth. Uh, can I build muscle without going to the gym? Yes, you can use body weight exercise like push-ups, squats, and pull-ups, but equipment can speed up results. How long does it usually take to gain 3 kilograms of muscle? It may 2 4 months with consistent training, proper diet, and rest, depending on your body type. Do I need supplements to gain muscle? Not necessarily, but whey protein, creatine, and multivitamins can support your progress if your diet lacks something. How important is rest and sleep for muscle growth? Very important. Muscle growth during rest, not at the gym. So aim for 7 9 hours of sleep per night. Uh, should I do a cardio if I want to gain muscle? Yes, but in moderation. Cardio helps your hair and stamina, but too much can slow muscle growth. What is the biggest mistake people make when trying to gain muscle? The biggest mistake is not eating enough calories, of keeping consistency in workouts and rest. Head on Right by Charles Bukowski, chapter 14. Later in the hospital, they were dabbing at my knees with piece of cotton that had been sewed in something. It burned. My ear was burned too. The doctor was bending over me with a nurse. I was in bed and the sun came through the window. It seemed very pleasant. The doctor smiled at me. The nurse straightened up and smiled at me. I was nice there. Do you have a name? The doctor asked. Henry. Henry what? Chinaski. Polish, eh? German. How come nobody wants to the Polish? I was born in Germany. Where do you live? Asked the nurse. With my parents. Really? Asked the doctor. And where is that? What happened to my elbows and knees? I can run you over. Luckily, the wheels missed you. Quickness said he appeared to be drunk. Hit and run, but they got his license. They'll get him. You have a pretty nurse, I said. Well, thank you, she said. Do you want a date with her? Asked the doctor. What's that? Do you want to go out with her? The doctor asked. I don't know if I could to do it with her. I'm too young. Do what? You know. Well, the nurse smiled. Come see me after your niece. He laughed at the well, see what we can do. Pardon me, said the doctor, but I have to see another accident case. He left the room. He left the room. Now, said the nurse. What street do you live on? Virginia Road. Give me the number, sweetie. I told her the house number. She asked if there was a telephone. I told her that I didn't know the number. That's all right, she said. We'll get in. And don't worry, you were lucky. You just got a bump on the head and skinned uh, up a little. She was nice, but I knew that after my niece healed, she would want to see me again. I want to stay here, I told her. What? You mean you don't want to go home to your parents? No, let me stay here. We can't do that, sweetie. We need these bags for people who are really sick and injured. She smiled and walked out of the room. When my father came, he walked straight into the room and without a word scooped me out of bed. He carried me out of the room and down the hallway. You little bastard, didn't I teach you to look both ways before you cross the street? He rushed me down the hall. We passed and the nurse. Goodbye, Henry, she said. Goodbye. We got into the elevator with an old man in a wheelchair. A nurse was standing behind him. The elevator began to descend. I think I'm going to die, the old man said. I don't want to die. I'm afraid to die. You've lived long enough. You old fart. Mother, my father. The old man looked startled. The elevator stopped. The door remained closed. Then I noticed the elevator operator. He sat on a small stool. He sat on a small stool. He was a dwarf dressed in a bright red uniform with a red cap. The dwarf looked at my father. Sir, he said, you are a repugnant fool. Sure, Kate, replied my father. Open the fucking door or it's your ass. The door opened. We went out the trance. My father carried me across the hospital lawn. I still had on a hospital gown. My father carried my clothes in a bag in one hand. The wind rolled back my gown, and I saw my skinned knees, which were not bandaged yet, and were painted with iodine. My father was almost running across the lawn when they catch that son of a bitch, he said. I'll, I'll sue him. I'll sue him for his last penny. He'll super me the rest of his life. I'm sick of the goddammit milk truck. Golden State Creamery. Golden State, my hairy ass, will move to the South Seas. We'll live on coconuts and pineapples. My father reached the car and put me in the front seat. Then he got in on his side. He started the car. I had drunks. My father was a drunk. My brothers are drunks. Drunks are weak. Drunks are cowards. And hit and run drunks should be jailed for the rest of their lives. And as we drove toward home, he continued to tell to me. Do you know that in the South Seas, the natives live in grass shacks? They get up in the morning and the food walls falls from the trees to the ground. They just pick up and eat it, coconuts and pineapple. And the natives think that white men are gooks. They catch fish and raspberry board and their girls dance and wear grass skirts and root their men behind theirs. Golden State Creamery, my hairy ass. But my father's dream was not to be. They caught the man who hit me and put him in a jail. He had a wife and 3 children and didn't have a job. He was a pineapple drunkard, the man said. inhaled for some time, but my father didn't press charge. As he said, you can't get blood out of fucking turnip.